Hello my lovelies, Bibi here with another Bibi's Pick, a series where I pick an anime that I've seen in English and recommend it to all you awesome people at home. So this week I'm recommending Michiko and Hutchin. Michiko and Hutchin is an original series with 22 episodes about an escaped convict named Michiko and her supposed daughter named Hana. One day Michiko breaks out of prison to go find Hana, who is in a terrible foster home. She got adopted as a baby by a Christian family. I don't know what religion they are part of, so I'm gonna say Christian. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But anyways, it's kind of a Cinderella type situation where she is treated terribly. She's treated like a slave pretty much. One day Michiko comes bursting through their window on her scooter and she lands on their breakfast table while they're all having breakfast. She then takes Hana away to go find her biological father. So now on the run from the law, the two are travelling through a fictional South America in search of a man that everyone seems to think is dead, other than Michiko. Produced by Studio Manglobe, the series was released in Japan in 2008 and then with an English dub in 2013 by Funimation. This is a comedy series with a hint of action and it is amazing. The story is pretty solid, with the two drifting from town to town and with some backstory thrown in for some extra context. One thing I really like is how they put the date in each episode, so then we know how long they have been travelling, and there are some days in each episode that carries over to the next. So it's great to see the progression from where they started to when they finish and how long it has been. The style of the animation and the way that the characters are drawn is very different from your typical anime. And Hana looks like that she's taken straight out of a Studio Ghibli film sometimes. I love how Michiko is drawn somewhat realistically. Like when you look at her breasts and she's wearing certain outfits, they don't look like they're just plastic fake boobs. They actually hang down somewhat. I know it's an odd observation, but I do really appreciate it when the animators do put the extra realism into a character. The humour that is in the series is great, but it is a little bit more adult and there is quite a lot of swearing. They do deal with gangs, shootings, killings, murder, as well as drugs, alcohol, and some sex. So this series is a bit more on the adult side and might not be suitable for anyone that's under the age of at least 14, so just be aware of that before you watch it. The opening Parasio by Karatito is extremely catchy. It is a really great opening and it really makes you feel like that the series is based in the 60s. It has that kind of groovy feel to it, and the animations that are in the opening clip is very vibrant, it's very eye-catching, and I watched it nearly every time I went to an episode because it was that catchy. There is no actual singing in it, which is rather different as well. The series itself even feels like it's set in the 60s. With the technology they have and with the hairstyles and some of the clothing, it really does feel like that they've set it in the 60s for a reason. I'm not sure what that reason is, but it does really work with this series. It really works with the story and them shifting from town to town. I think that it would have been a lot different if they were setting it in the likes of the 2012s, you know, to 2013s, 2014s, where there is a lot more accessible technology, where if it's in the 60s, when you see them holding their cell phones, they are the bricks. So that's another reason why I thought that might be in the 60s-ish. I think they had the brick cell phones in the 60s, didn't they? I wouldn't know. I wasn't born in the 60s. Anyways, there's no word as to when this series is meant to be set, so that's just the vibe that I got off of it. The main negative that I have for this anime is that some episodes are solely based around certain characters. So 1 minute we'll be following Michiko and Hutchin when they're going across the fictional South America, and then it will jump to the cop that is chasing them. There'll be a whole episode on what this cop is doing after some events take place. or there is a gang member that we see and we learn more about him and some of the backstory and then what he is getting up to. I felt like that wasn't overly necessary. I didn't enjoy those episodes as much as watching Michiko and Hutchin, so it was a bit of a shame that they had to put in these episodes because it felt like it was a bit of just a waste of an episode, really. Other than that, the only other negative I have is there were times where I kind of got sick of the whole "oh, I trust you, I don't trust you, I hate you so much" type thing between Michiko and Hutchin. But that was them kind of building their relationship, showing their hardships, I suppose, so I can kind of forgive that. So those were the only two negatives I had for the series, because I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I wasn't sure how I would feel about this series because it didn't seem like it would be my taste, but I absolutely loved it. So I'm so glad that I actually decided to watch this one. If you enjoy series that have sassy main characters, some action, and a lot of laughs, then I think that you'll really enjoy Michiko and Hutchin, and I highly recommend anyone watch it, if you're over the age of 14, of course. So that was Bibi's pick, Michiko and Hutchin. Have you seen this series? What do you think of it? Leave in the comments down below. And while you're there, please make sure to give this video a big like if you enjoyed it and share it out to all your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Let's go have a look at the rest of my channel. I do anime recommendations, anime news, and I've got plenty of other anime content on there, so I'm sure you'll find something interesting to watch. If you want to chat to me and see what I've been up to, I'm on social media. I've got a Twitter and a Facebook, and I'm online constantly. So make sure to come like me and follow me on there. If you want to see more from me and more videos like this, then please make sure to subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Moe to Mika, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!